Okay, so I gotta decide what tier list are we doing here. I'm hoping there's no inappropriate ones. We can do fast food, ultimate fruit tier list, best cereals. Okay, there's candy. Ooh, okay. TVs and movie shows, animated Disney movies, Pixar movies. Oh, Pixar, my fan fiction tropes. Why is that #1? Who the Bruh. Ooh, okay. Okay, there's actually some good ones on here. Chat, which one do we start with? Here's a Call of Duty. Here's Call of Duty one. I kind of want to do AC first. I'm gonna do AC first. Bruh. I'm sorry. I asked you guys for your opinion and then I saw this. We'll redo it, okay? AC. We're gonna do Assassin's Creed one. Okay, I'm not gonna do it in 2 seconds this time. Hot YouTubers' moms? That sounds like such a weird tier list, dude. If you disagree with me, you're wrong, all right? And I will not stand for it. The best Assassin's Creed game is AC2. Brotherhood is also S tier, and so is Assassin's Creed Revelations. Ezio is Zaddy. Those are the best AC games. Was the combat good at the time? No, especially compared to now. Combat in there was just mashing X, but I love my nostalgia. Nostalgia, however the fuck you say it. I love Ezio. He's still, to this day, in my opinion, the best Assassin's Creed character. Hands down. Eivor is really close. I will say that. I still have not fully finished Valhalla, but Valhalla is an easy second for me. Where is it? Is it even on here? What the fuck? It's not updated. It's not an updated list. Valhalla's not on here. Okay, so we're gonna pretend AC Valhalla is in the A category here, okay? Black Flag is F tier. You're F tier. Who the fuck played the Rogue series? No. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say those get to go in the dumpster. Who cares about fucking spin-offs? Who cares about, like, two-hour spin-offs? Okay. Anyways, what do I think? Origins gets to go in the trash. I couldn't even play that game. It was so dog shit. It was so fucking horribly optimized, okay? It was shit, horribly optimized. I couldn't play it. It was so bad. I literally had a bunch of white unmasked dolls walking around my game. I have tried to play Origins on 3 different computers, and every single time I've got the graphics card bug where no matter what settings I change, it looks and it runs like shit and it maxes out my graphics card, and it is a bug they have never patched. One of the worst fucking games. I would say Origins is the worst game they've put out purely because it did not run. Worse than Hot Dog Water, worse than Hot Dog Water. Primarily because I was like, Egypt, you can't fuck that up. That's such a good theme that you have to work with. And they managed to fuck it up. So Origins, that's why I think it's shit. There's a lot of cool themes that could have been worked with there, and it was very disappointing. Okay, I wanted to get my F stuff out of the way. So I'm gonna go up the list from here with my reasoning for the other ones, okay? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put Odyssey at B. A, for me, the only one that's at, well, Odyssey was pretty good too. Odyssey's B for me after I played Valhalla. Odyssey is a B for me. The only one that's A for me anymore is Valhalla. Nothing comes close to Valhalla. Nothing touches S. Valhalla is the closest to touching AC2 that I have felt. Obviously, it's still a different style, but that I put there. I'm gonna put that there. Just get it out of the way. Let's see. AC3 I would put up there as a B tier. I enjoyed AC3 actually quite a bit. I would say Syndicate is D. It's oh, actually, yeah, I'll leave. I kind of want to put it as an F. I'm going to be entirely honest. It's not as bad. Well, I won't put it on F because it wasn't quite as bad. It was playable. So I'll put it at a D. But Syndicate and Origins are the only 2 AC games. Obviously, I haven't played like the first one. I started when AC2 came out. Syndicate is one of the only AC games that I haven't finished. Black Flag is one of them too. Origins I couldn't run. Syndicate, the story was so shit. It was so shit. So you start off, here's the rundown of how Syndicate goes. We have this really cool theme where you can switch back and forth between twins, a guy and a girl. And it was really cool. It was like, oh shit, there's a girl element, but you can still do the guy. Like that AC had kind of brought in, right? And it was like, oh, it's in you know, you're in England and all this other shit, and, you know, the fucking industrial era and all this other crap. And it's really cool theme wise, right? But there was so many plot holes. I was over halfway through the fucking game, and this dad that they keep alluding to of being, oh, this is the reason you're part of the Creed and blah, 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 blah. And the reasoning behind why the fuck they were in the Creed was so plot holed because of their dad that we knew nothing about still over halfway through the game. It was like, oh, okay, well, you're just gonna go around the city and you're gonna cap these, you're gonna cap the, like, free these orphans or whatever that are working in factories. You're gonna cap these factories. You're gonna get into fights. You're gonna go around and you're gonna do these other missions. I had literally I did not care about the main characters at all because of that. I was like, I care more about the story. But Syndicate also that was the first time that they introduced like a multiplayer leveling system, which really fucked the series for a while. They introduced a multiplayer leveling system in a single player game, and they did not do it well until like Origins. It was even kind of, they straightened it out a little bit, but it wasn't good. But it was really bad in Syndicate. You had to go do like 500 of, it felt like to me, you had to do 50 of the same side quests to go unlock your Assassin's Creed leveling abilities. You had to do kart racing, and you had to do it quite a few different times. If you wanted to unlock other abilities to level up, you had to go do fight in the pits for a while to be able to go and level up other certain abilities. It was really not, it was not fun. And what sucks is because they had Jack the Ripper as a fucking DLC. I bought it. I literally got, I mean, honestly, maybe my ex didn't properly buy me the pack, but there was he bought me the version that came with the DLC for Jack the Ripper, and they wouldn't let me redeem Jack the Ripper. You know, thinking back, maybe he didn't actually get me the proper game, and he got ripped off or something, or he kind of didn't think I would notice. I don't know. To like thinking back on that. Yeah, Syndicate, in my opinion, hot trash, but it was at least playable compared to Origins. So that's the only reason I'm going to put that one up higher. Black Flag. The story didn't get good until halfway, and I didn't care to spend 5,000 hours leveling my ship just to continue on with the main story quest. The ship system was not very good until, like, Odyssey, they polished the ship system really well. The ships I didn't like. It was, I will say, best looking AC game. One of the best looking AC games. It looked fantastic, but I thought the story was very, very boring until halfway through. I think Black Flag definitely feels like one of those games where you have to almost, I personally thought it was D tier, but I will, oh fuck, wrong spot. I will put it above Syndicate. I didn't think it was that great. I know that people, you either love or you hate Black Flag. I personally didn't like it as much, but I also wasn't obsessed with pirates. So if you really like pirates and you like sailing around for 10 hours at a time, it's a great game. But it didn't make up for the lack of story for me. But yeah, if you like ships, AC Black Flag, like almost always every person I talk to, here's what it ends up being, right? When I talk to people, it's almost always AC Unity and Black Flag are flipped, or AC3 and Black Flag are always flipped between people. But yeah, Unity, and this is where I'm getting into my argument on that. I liked Unity because of the time period. It felt a lot more fitting, and there were some really unique elements that were in Unity before it went to complete dog water. Because what came out right after this was Syndicate, but you could tell it was going down the path of Syndicate, so it still wasn't good. But I liked Unity more because I liked the elements more than what I did for Black Flag. And that's like where, like, you know, I finished it because of that. I enjoyed the story because I liked that time period a lot more. Me really liking Ezio and being over in Europe, you know, being in Florence, Italy, being over in Rome, being around the Vatican and that shit. And then it felt like a smooth, for me, I really like that transition of, oh, being in the French Revolution now felt really good. So I really liked Unity because of that. The Brotherhood was also involved still. So that also felt really good to me. That was a big reason I liked it. Plus, you could start. What was really cool and revolutionary about AC3 and Unity. So AC3 was the first time you could start climbing up trees. Really cool. And the tomahawk combat was sick. You notice something that was too good for its time, by the way? Brotherhood had a multiplayer game where there were 4 people that queued in. It was too good for its time, and it never got the hype that it deserved. But there was 4 people, okay, that queued, and you each chose an assassin's skin. And you had to figure out who was who and eliminate people. and you didn't want to make yourself like your notoriety high, like people will walk around, and if you killed the wrong thing, a lot of people see that shit go up and know that, oh, so that person's in the area. It was really, really fucking cool. I played the shit out of that. I don't know why that never got carried over or it made into another game. They had that kind of multiplayer for a few of them. It stopped in Black Flag or 3. I don't remember them having outside of Brotherhood. Unity was bad because they gave Napoleon a British accent. I've never thought about that. Oh my god. But yeah. Yeah. I agree, Shiva. Fuck chat if they think this tier list isn't accurate. And any different opinions. Fuck their opinions. I know, right? You tell them, Shiva.